Hey everyone, today we are again back with our multiplication of fractions. So in my last video I have shown you how to multiply two proper fractions. So today we will do some different type of fractions, multiplications, and let's start that. So suppose I am taking more than two fractions. Suppose the first one is 3 by 5, second one is 2 by 3, and third one is 4 by 3. As I said, first we will cross multiply everyone. Okay, so first we will check these two numbers. Here you can see 2 and 5 cannot be reduced, but 3 and 3 can be reduced by 3 itself. So after reducing we are getting 1. Now we will check these two diagonal elements. Here it is 1 given and here it is 4 given, so we are not willing to reduce this again. So 2 and 3 cannot be reduced again. Okay, so what are the digits which we are getting in the numerators? Here for the first fraction we are getting 1 as the numerator, for the second we are getting 2, and for the third one we are getting 4. And as a denominator, for the first one we are getting 5, for the second one we are getting 1, and for the third one we are getting 3. Now we will check these two numerators and denominators, these two numerators and denominators, these two numerators and denominators. First one is 1 and 5, they cannot be reduced. Second one is 2 and 1, they cannot be reduced again. Third one is 4 and 3, they also cannot be reduced. So simply the next step is we will multiply all the numerators of each of the fraction after reduction. Okay, see, we have taken 1, 2 and 4. In the denominator we will write 5 multiplied by 1 multiplied by 3. Okay, so here in the numerator we are getting 8 and in the denominator we are getting 15. So our answer is coming 8 by 15. Here we have multiplied three different fractions. Okay, in the last video we have learned how to multiply two fractions which are proper. Now here we have learned how to multiply three fractions, and in the same way if the number of fractions are increased, then the rule will be same for everything. The procedure is same for each and every sum. Let's take another example. For this sum we will simply take this mixed fraction into improper fraction. So 4 multiplied by 1 plus 3, it is coming 7. In the denominator it will be 4, then 20 by 21. Now procedure is same as I said. These two will be reduced diagonally, means 20 and 4. Yes, both of these can be reduced by 4 itself, and 7 and 21 they can also be reduced by 7 itself. So in the answer it is coming 5 by 3. Now it is up to you that whether you are willing to keep this fraction in an improper fraction, or if you are willing to convert it to a mixed fraction, then you can also convert it. So let's take another example. Suppose we have taken the fraction 4 whole 9 by 10 and 1 whole 1 by 7. Okay, now what would you do? First step, as I said, we will simply convert these two mixed fractions to an improper fraction. Okay, so it is coming 49 by 10, and for this one it is coming 8 by 7. Now as I said, we will check these two numbers first diagonally. Okay, yes, it is coming 7 and 1. Now again these two diagonal elements will be reduced by 2 first, so it is coming 4 and it is coming 5. Now we will check these two numerators and denominators and these two numerators and denominators. Now what will you do? 7 and 5 they cannot be reduced, 4 and 1 they also cannot be reduced. So in the numerator of the answer we will get 7 into 4, in the denominator of the answer we will get 5 into 1. So at last the answer is coming 28 by 5. Now it is completely up to you that whether you are willing to convert this fraction to a mixed fraction or not. Okay, the procedure is same. Now let's take another example. 3 by 8 multiplied by 8 multiplied by 5 by 4. Now keep it in your mind, whenever you will see this type of whole numbers written in the question, simply put 1 in the denominator of that number, because if you divide 8 by 1 it will become 8 itself. But if you just arrange this sum in this way, then you will be very benefited. Okay, now let's take the diagonal elements first. 3 and 1 cannot be reduced, 8 and 8 can be reduced by 8 itself. So let's write here 1. Now it is completely up to you that whether you are willing to reduce these numbers by starting from 2. Okay, and if you reduce it by 2 and you are reducing them step by step by 2, then also it is correct, or if you are directly reducing it by 8, then it is also correct. Okay, now it's completely up to your choice. So we have reduced these two numbers 8 and 8 by 8 itself, so it is coming 1. Then we will check these two numbers. Here we are getting 1, here we are getting 4, here we are getting 1, here we are getting 5, so cannot be reduced. Now next step, we will check these two numbers. Here it is 3 and here it is 1, cannot be reduced. Here in this fraction 1 and 1, both the numerators and denominators are 1, so cannot be reduced. 5 and 4 also cannot be reduced. Now in the answer we will simply write 3 into 1 into 5, and the next step 1 into 1 into 4, so it is coming 15 by 4. So the product of 3 by 8, 8 and 5 by 4 is 15 by 4. Okay, so in this way, if any type of sum, means the fractional multiplications are given in your examination, I hope you will not face any problem. Okay, so stay safe everyone. Bye. In our next video we will learn how to divide fractions. Okay.